It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Texans and the Vikings. Next on Madden Football.
Now from downtown Minneapolis, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us inside beautiful U.S. Bank Stadium, the home of the Vikings. So good to have you on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, in this league, you know it, you lived it. Undergoing a changing of the guard at the quarterback position sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. We've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike, in the NFL, it is truer than ever. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And here we have two teams that feel like they have that quarterback position of the future settled. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some moments where that youth rears its head. But over the long term, both these organizations feel like they have an answer at the most critical position in all of sports.
And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Texans come out with the Rookie of the Year from last year in the NFL. C.J. Stroud, he was the #2 overall pick out of Ohio State. Greg, a talented quarterback here.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time. So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
A gain of 11 on that one. It's good for a Texans first down. They'll go right back to Mixon. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And they get him to the ground, but he's all the way down to the 35-yard line.
First down pickup by Mixon, and he's one of the Texans' many additions this offseason. It's pretty incredible to think, Mike, in only his second year as the head coach, the roster that DeMeco Ryans continues to assemble. Not only is Mixon still a productive back in his own right, but he should take a lot of pressure off C.J. Stroud.
Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Every team in the NFL wishes to come into each week's game and win the line of scrimmage battle. And in this case, I think it's pretty clear which side is winning. Great first drive, primarily all on the ground.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. They'll run with Mixon. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. 2nd and 7. Here's the Florida Gator, Dameon Pierce. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Pierce. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Dameon Pierce. Touchdown, Houston. That his first touchdown of the new year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This one fielded at the 15. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Vikings led out by the rookie, J.J. McCarthy. Won the national championship at the University of Michigan. Wasn't asked to throw it a ton during that championship run, but very athletic, very impressive. And Greg, he's the guy for the Vikes.
He's coming off a really nice 3-touchdown performance in last week's win, Mike, but outside of that one errant throw, he did a really nice job of protecting the ball and was seemingly in control the entire game. This defense all week, they talked about trying to bait him into making some mistakes, so he's got to be careful about falling into the trap. If he does that, I tell you what, I really like their chances.
Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff, Jones. And this will be a short gain down to the 41-yard line. Christian Harris there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He connects with Jordan Addison. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. That's to the left side, taken in by Jefferson.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
To the right side, this is Joe. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold.
Still 2nd down.
On the give, it's Jones. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Jimmy Ward that time shuts it down. Here's a 3rd and 10. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Texans who have the early lead. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. It is 3rd and 10. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. And this one is intercepted. Derek Stingley comes up with it. And the Texans are going to get the football at their own 23.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Texans offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. We'll start this one on the ground with Pierce. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's third down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And this ball incomplete on third down.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
And he's going to have a Texans first down on what will be a big play then on 4th and long. Stroud gives it to Pierce. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Once again, it's Pierce. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. The veteran safety, Harrison Smith, there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Stroud. A dive and a catch. Incredible. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. A run up the middle with Pierce. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. 2 minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll have more from Minneapolis after this. Here's a 2nd and 9. On play action, Stroud. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Texans. Touchdown, Houston. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
Fairbairn good on the point after. And the Texans move out on top, 14-0. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. The sideline pulled in by Addison.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing again is McCarthy. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He pulls it in around the 5. And he will score. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. Reichard, good with the extra point. And the Vikings will cut the deficit to 7.
Foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. Oh, and that one is intercepted by Stephon Gilmore.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
So they send in Will Reichard for this field goal try. This about as short as you can get. Reichard's kick is good. So at halftime, it's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And that one tied 14 apiece in the 2nd quarter. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Gus Edwards with a couple of touchdowns. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter. Keenan Allen, a touchdown reception. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the 2nd half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in the 2nd half. About to get started. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The Vikings offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. Our next drive getting ready to start, and we'll let you know what's coming up here later tonight. It is a good one. The Chiefs and Falcons in Atlanta. 2nd primetime appearance for the Falcons in the last 2 weeks. Then on Monday, a doubleheader comes your way. It's the Jags and the Bills in Orchard Park. Note the start time, 7:30 Eastern, followed by the Commanders and Bengals. That kicks off at the usual 8:15 starting time.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On second down, here's McCarthy. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
These are the type of plays that drive a coach crazy in the film room, and you have to learn as a quarterback to avoid. You can take some chances. You can push the ball downfield, but not only to pick up a couple yards. You got to pick your chances of when you want to be aggressive, and you got to make sure you make better decisions going forward.
1st and 10. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. There's Jefferson. And they're gonna work this down inside the 45.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
He'll tuck it and take off. They get an even 20 on that one. It'll be a Vikings 1st down. A give to Jones, heading right. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal. They'll run it here with Jones. A short game, down to the 7. Now here's 2nd and goal. To throw, it's McCarthy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. So can the defense come up with the early stop here on 3rd and goal? Looking to throw, McCarthy. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jordan Addison. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
The Texans offense getting ready for their opening possession of this 2nd half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with Pierce. And he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll stay on the ground with Pierce. And some good running there. That's a 1st down up to the 43. They'll run straight ahead with Pierce. He'll get about 2. Cameron Bynum up from the secondary to make the play. 2nd down and 8. A run out of the gun with Pierce. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Stephon Gilmore up to make the play. Here comes 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Stroud. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a 1st down. shotgun, and they will run with Pierce. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll stick to the ground. Call it a gain of 13. First down for Houston. He'll run. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. They'll run here. Big opening up the middle. And he'll be taken down.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
They'll keep it on the ground. Oh, the ball's out. The Vikings have got it. Big opening up the middle. He's to midfield. Inside the 20. And he's going to bring this one back. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. One more time, they try Pierce. And he's going the wrong way, dropped back at the 7. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. For the lead, here is 3rd and goal. Now, Stroud. And that is incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And now they're faced with a 4th and goal. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. That evens the score here in the 4th quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. 4th quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
To return, it's Brandon Powell. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here comes the rookie out of Michigan, J.J. McCarthy, heading out for the next Vikings possession. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of the 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot. It's going to be enough to move the chains. Renfro brought in motion. On play action, here's McCarthy. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. And he will go all the way. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Greg, they did everything they wanted to do on that drive, and now a chance to really make it an important lead.
Mike, with that touchdown there, they're an extra point conversion from extending this lead to a 2-score game. And at this point in the fourth quarter, I think they'd feel pretty good about their chances of holding on.
And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. Texans offense and running back Dameon Pierce set to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
When done properly, crossing routes are a great way to get your receivers the ball in space with room to run after the catch. And that's exactly what they're able to do here, executed to perfection. And they pick up a ton of yards after the catch.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle. He's got the tight end Schultz. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. Pierce. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. Now 2nd and inches. A run with Pierce. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Dameon Pierce. Touchdown, Houston. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Justin Jefferson and this Vikings offense heading out for their next possession. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago. They'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with 1st down. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He's got his man. That's Hunter Renfrow. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down. On 3rd and a yard, it's McCarthy. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
That's a tough incompletion right there. Feels like that down was their only chance to extend this possession enough to end this game in regulation. I think the smart move here now is you have to punt this ball away. You cannot risk a 4th down failure and give your opponent a short field to get a chance to win it themselves.
The Texans offense and their running back set to go once more. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. And downfield, he's Schultz, the tight end. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
He's back to Schultz. He's got it again. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here comes second down. They'll go play action with Stroud. That ball intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Stephon Gilmore. And the Vikings will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. On first down, here's McCarthy. That ball intercepted. Picked off by Desmond King. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick six, but he does set up the offense with first and goal. So now it's Kaimi Fairbairn in a pressure situation. This a potential game winner. So a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This one he's got to have. Oh, no, he missed it. Not more than a chip shot, but it's no good. And this game, in all likelihood, is headed to overtime. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. In motion, it's Jefferson. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. So, overtime coming up, not a playoff game, so a quick reminder of the rules. Each team gets 1 possession unless the opening possession is a touchdown. Then it's game over. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts, and all replays come from upstairs. If the first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. 4 quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. This one taken at the 7. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Here's first and 10. This one taken in by Renfro. Now inside the 25. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. They look to run with Jones. And he's going to get stopped in the backfield. He'll take him down at the 3-yard line. Third and goal. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. So big spot coming for the kicker, Will Riker. This to get a leg up in the OT. This kick is good. He knocks it through. And they get the upper hand as they take the lead to start overtime.
Of course, they would have loved to finish this with a touchdown, of course. But this is the next best thing. You come out here in overtime, you get the early lead going up by 3, and now you put it on your defense. Can they come up with one stop to win this football game?
The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. On play action. Stroud. And it's intercepted. Right on the ceiling. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. So a win here for the Vikings. This is a close-fought game. They were able to get themselves into field goal range here at OT. Final kick sailed through the uprights to finally close out this victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Vikings, as we say so long from Minneapolis.